It's an opportunity to network with so many people, and I'm sure everybody here in 2021 has had enough of seeing everybody over Zoom for the last 18 months. There's nothing quite like face-to-face meetings. If you have a new brand or a new product to launch, we have Choose Hospitality, which is our industry-led initiative to get more young people into the sector. This is the ideal place to do it, to actually spend 3 days meeting and greeting people, saying hello and catching up. It's a perfect environment. It feels more intimate here at the restaurant show. It's easy to get around, it's easy to see everybody. It's a nice group, a nice blend of suppliers and manufacturers. It feels like a more intimate show, and it's not so overwhelming. You're not going from massive hall to massive hall. Some great companies here, and it's so easy for people to come and visit. The tube station's a minute away. It's easy to pop in, run around, have a look. You don't have to schlep out town for a long way to come and see it. So yeah, it's an opportunity to actually stand and chat, get to actually see some new products that are coming to market. And this is a real opportunity to have 3 days of really condensing some activity and seeing a lot of people, whether that's a chef, a sommelier or a manufacturer that wants to advertise with us. It's a great time to see them all. It's nice to have decision makers here that you're not kind of chasing leads for months on end, especially 2021. Things have changed, jobs have changed, positions have changed. So if there are new replacements in companies, now's the time to meet them. People have moved on into different departments, so now's the time. We've got 3 days now to catch up with these companies, find out how they fared over the pandemic, what they're looking forward to, have they got new people, if so, who are they? They can meet us and we start the relationships. We work really close with all our media partners, so it's as important for us to spend time with Frank and the guys at Koppert Cress as it is for us to go and see the guys at Unox, who we may only work with once a month. So yeah, it's nice for us just to be able to catch up with everybody. But yeah, in terms of importance, it's just as important for us to see people that we know that we're already working with as it is to see people that we might work with in the future. The restaurant show is intimate, informative and very well laid out. During the lockdown, some chef friends of mine who you never normally see doing takeaway food, I've seen them embracing food trucks and going out to do that. I've seen so many chefs and business managers and restaurateurs totally remodelling their businesses, coming up with food delivery kits seamlessly. Some real creative Instagram cook-along lessons, products. Yeah, it's been really fascinating to observe the industry and how people have really come out of their shell and in a sector that you wouldn't think could become virtual or remote, really managed to do so over the pandemic. And it was from the initial March 2020 where everybody kind of went, it was incredible to watch these people and how they remodeled their businesses. And people like Niall Keating from Watley Manor with his Paradise Carriage, he had a lot of fun with it at the same time, and by having fun and displaying positivity, everybody else is having a great time too, and he invited other chefs to join him on the Paradise Carriage. So yeah, there's been some really interesting outcomes. I think consumers' attitudes have changed. I think there's an appreciation for hospitality more than, say, in 2019. They've seen what the sector's been through, they've seen how difficult it's been for everybody, and they've missed it. In February 2020, I could have said to you, let's go for a coffee, let's go grab a bite of lunch, let's go out for dinner. At the end of March 2020, we couldn't say any of those sentences because we just weren't allowed to. And I think having hospitality removed from people's spare time and free time really shocked them. And you could see just in on social media or on the news, you could see the hunger for people wanting to come back to hospitality. So I think that the consumer really appreciates hospitality a bit more now and should do. And because let's face it, they're going to have to pay more in the future. We have to pay staff more. That's inevitable. Food prices, costs, everything will go up. So it's just as well the consumer missed us because we're going to have to charge them a bit more in the future.